Why are you smiling?
I'm just looking at the frame we paused at.
Oh, I know.
Like an angel.
I think you could stop at any frame.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am Dr. Peter. I go by Dr. Disney here on YouTube.
And I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. I don't play one on TV. I am DayleSong. Today we are watching Aurora.
As we were doing this, we're setting it up, I told Dale, like, oh, let's not tell them what it's going to be and have them guess. And I thought, we're going to have to put in the title.
That's in the title. You've clicked on this already.
So today we're going to be watching and reacting to the Nidarosdomen concert, which has been so highly requested across all of our previous Aurora reactions. We love her. She's been blowing up on TikTok recently with her Runaway song.
I was listening to the ocean.
And she's been so dual feelings about that I want her to remain this hidden gem that we've all found, but I'm also very proud and happy for her.
Very much so.
Like a father or like an uncle.
Yeah, it's a little avuncular, one of my favorite words.
Aurora's getting popular.
She's getting to be internationally popular, but she is
already, yeah.
I mean, those concerts she does all around the world, and her energy in live performance is so infectious, of a different kind.
I love how, like, maybe less than a year ago we knew none of these references, and now it's just we're one of the community. In fact, one of the community feels a bit more articulate and sophisticated and sweeter and kinder than other communities out there. They're just, you all are of a different kind. And we actually have Aurora shorts.
Nope,
not shorts.
Not shorts.
Shirts.
Yes.
We have Aurora shorts.
They're gorgeous. So a diehard fan of ours has...
And of Aurora's.
Well, of Aurora's, who knows Aurora personally, actually, sent us these fantastic t-shirts that we just showed you. And we are so grateful, and we're premiering them here at this grand Nidarosdomen concert.
We have a lot of Aurora reactions already in a playlist that's down below, as well as a Discord, which is a chat, for those of you who don't know, for our fans to kind of come together. And
on Dr. Disney's channel.
I feel weird to say our fans, our community to come together and chat together, and it's been really wonderful. So
we're fans of our fans.
We are fans of our fans. I like that. So if you'd like to chat with us, you can check that all down below, as well as links to our own merch. This is DayleSong's Keep Music in Your Heart. It
says on the back.
And then in the back, it says just that. Keep music in your heart. DayleSong. Ding!
And here we have a signature comment often heard by Dr. Disney. Hello? And then you know it's his because it says Dr. Disney on the back.
Also, let us know what you would like us to react to down below. We read every single comment, and we enjoy discussing and talking with you all in the discussions down below. Also over on Discord. All right. I'm kind of excited for this. And Nidarosdomen is a cathedral in Norway.
Yes.
Domen, dome.
Det finns väldigt mye julemusikk som bringer glede I hjertet, og som har en veldig sånn lykkelig energi, som veldig fint. Men jeg tror hvis julen litt tung tid,
oh, it's a Christmas concert.
Tungt.
And her last name is Aksnes.
Jeg har jo ikke bare trist musikk, men jeg har litt triste låter inne der. Jeg håper at noen som sitter hjemme og inne I romjulen savner noen, eller har det litt tungt,
Christmastime is so sentimental. Some people feel sad at that time of year.
Og høre på musikken.
Although it certainly is an uplifting holiday.
Ja, at det rom for det også, da. Viktig at det rom for begge to følelsene.
Thank you, Aurora.
Og jeg veldig nysgjerrig på hvordan min musikk vil høres ut inni en
I love how, I want to know how she decides when to speak English versus Norwegian.
Well,
so far it's all been Norwegian.
Yeah, I know.
This is Norwegian public
television. Jeg føler at det veldig spesielt, og at det akkurat som at man må, jeg føler jeg må bære dette på en veldig sånn viktig og fin måte.
Wow, what a beautiful space.
Ooh. Nature Boys, isn't it?
It's an old song.
You heard this one?
Mm-hmm. I know the song.
A very strange enchanted boy.
Is this an original song?
No.
Okay.
They say he wandered very far, very far.
She's wearing different earrings. One's a star, one's a yellow circle.
Over land and sea.
So simple.
A little shy and sad of eye, but very wise was he.
Ooh.
Cello and harp with a lovely opening.
I love the things in her ears. The earpieces look like gemstones.
Yeah. I wonder if they're hearing anything like earbuds or something.
Oh, yeah, she's definitely getting fed the music,
Oh.
for sure.
Then one day, a lucky day he passed
What an angle.
my way. Then we spoke of many things, fools and kings.
Ooh.
This he said to me.
I want this song to come with the loudest rock intro right now.
I doubt it will.
You'll ever learn is to love and be loved in return.
I love that the little beads in her hair make her look like she's a little bug. I wonder if anyone who's watching with us right now was here at the concert.
If so, let us know. Nice. Nice. I just love how they kept it simple. It's an interesting opening, especially on the tales of her talking about how Christmas time can be emotional and maybe a little sad for some people. And then you open up with something that has this mysterious kind of sad tone to it. Although it's not a sad text.
Did she play it in minor key or something?
No, that's the song.
original.
That's the song.
Okay.
She sang it very directly. The instrumentation was extremely simple, and you wouldn't want to get into a rock thing with this song.
And it's meant to be a slow, soft song.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I love to hear when she sings, I'm noticing that she has a particular way of singing bright. Oh, there's instead of oh. She does this bright opening her mouth. I like that because it gives her a unique quality to her sound.
Yeah.
Why are you smiling?
I'm just looking at the frame we paused at.
Oh, I know.
Like an angel.
I think you could stop at any frame and
Look
just
at how
see.
bright she's coming. She's like a Disney character.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You have not listened to her version of Into the Unknown.
No, I have not, but I just in hearing her in Frozen.
Yeah.
I could hear that, and she uses that sound too in Frozen. Yeah, instead of
hello.
instead of oh.
Oh, hello.
Well,
that I thought I was going to be way more off than I was.
That was good.
Oh, wow.
You had a good lesson today.
I did have a very good lesson from my vocal coach. I don't feel we are clarifying things anymore, because if you don't know who we are, what our interaction is, there are many other videos that explain it. What I was interested in watching this was the lyrics. This was all new for me, this song. I can tell she didn't write it. It didn't have that same lyrical genius. It was nice, but it had one or two moments of like, oh, and when the song said things and then fools and kings, I was like, ooh, that's nice. But in the song that she typically writes, I'm like, every line, I'm like, whoa, yeah, let's digest. Oh my goodness, this is
much simpler. This song is from the 1950s.
Who originally sang it?
I don't know if he originally sang it, but a very well-known version is Nat King Cole.
Oh, I know that person. I've heard this name. Yeah. Wait, Nat King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. I think everything about that was wrong. The lyrics, the reference, and the melody.
Basically. I also wonder if she chose this song because it's really basically her voice with low instrumentation. So she's able to then monitor the hall, get a sense of, with the audience there, what she's going to get back or what she's going to be able to hear.
From the audience or from the space?
Well, the space. And when it's filled with audience, it changes
right,
the
because when she rehearses, there's not going to be a full audience.
Yeah, it's a big bathtub in a space like that. So although that's
really insightful that she could have picked it for that purpose of and hearing if it comes back equally.
Yeah, in a way. I mean, one should be able to sing without having to listen to the room. But that's a lot of practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not that she doesn't have practice singing in different spaces. She certainly does. But and you know, she's in a space like this, you have monitors and electronics and all that going on. But you still want to know how you feel in the middle of your sound.
I just am so happy that she's blowing up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so happy. I am so happy. I love TikTok for that. For taking care of our little girl. My sister, actually, when I was brushing my teeth in the morning, was going da 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 da, and I was like, "Is that Disney? Like, where do I know this song from?" Da 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 da. I was like, "What is this song?" And I was like, "It's Aurora. It's not Aurora. It's Aurora. It's not Aurora." And then I went up to her. I was like, what song are you singing?" She's like, "I don't know. I heard it on TikTok." And I was like, then I went to Runaway and I played it, and I was like, "You're singing Aurora. What are you doing singing Aurora?" She's like, "I don't know. It's blowing up on TikTok." I was like, "Aurora's blowing up on TikTok? So exciting!"
Yeah, well, she just hit the charts big time in the UK.
In the UK, 2.5 million streams.
That's right. We're proud of you.
We're so proud. Yes. Look at his smile. Little Boy in the Grass. What do these things in the bottom say?
Tired soul, as he told me, he could hear the children wanting to pass. Songs of love die in the air, and still today you hear them. Finally we are over it all. Finally we are over it all.
There's a choir? Did she write this one? Or is this also a cover?
Sure.
Let them run from the violence. The world is way too cold and bright for their eyes.
She wrote this, I can tell.
It sounds like it.
Byron's beside him as he takes her hand and jumps to the sky. Still today you hear him. Finally I am over.
Okay, I can hear a voice lesson through what she's doing. That seamless range and the extension of to the high notes and not pushing for it.
Right.
The effortless. Till you it's not for right now, but to practice that, it was so effortless for her to reach those high notes like that.
And don't forget, too, a female voice is tuned differently than a male voice, so there's a little bit more easy access up to the top.
So it's going to be like in my voice, still you find out, which is not as stressful.
But then mixing into the head voice. So that's what she's doing, essentially. All voices work the same way, that just the tuning makes it resonate differently to our ears.
Beautiful eyes in this one. I love it. We keep catching these beautiful frames.
I don't think you can have a bad still frame when you click on it. I love when she moves like that. You know, she's just so free in her movements. You know, she is a dancer, and it's just wonderful how she uses it, and it allows her then to really use her body in her voice. So that's, you know, we all should be allowing ourselves to move and employ that with our breathing, because breathing should be full body. Vocally, you'll hear where she flips to effect. It's completely conscious, where she's flipping from her chest voice, which is almost a belt. She doesn't really push belt, which is nice.
She doesn't push.
She does not push in her belting. I wouldn't even call it belting, but it's kind of, because it's so plain how she sings in her lower voice. Finally over. You know, it's not pushed, but it's a little raw, not raspy raw, but just a little bit basic. She's not trying to use cover in her voice, which is a vocal term. Then she flips into the head voice, but there's this little flip you'll hear in here. It sounds to me like a traditional way of singing Scandinavian or Irish folk music. You know, you'll hear that a lot in that kind of thing. And she also likes to sing, you know, very in a kind of a wispy way.
Yes, that's what I was gonna,
you know, and which is really lovely. So she uses all these colors of her voice that she has chosen that are really good for her. You know, this chest voice, this wisp of a head voice, a higher head voice that she, you know, here she's flipping in. She knows exactly what she's doing.
I can also tell lyrically, I'm gonna predict that this is a song that she wrote.
Sounds like it.
Because of the lyrical, just the intense lyrics that she always delivers, but also performance wise, how into it she gets. The arm up, the head back and forth, and And she also does these big eyes whenever she's like singing her songs and she goes like that. It's
She
just
did have
these little cues that she has had in her songs. When she sang the first song, it was a bit more of a tribute. It felt like she was in it singing someone else's words.
Moments.
She's human?
Yeah, she's human. It's not just that. Yeah, our instruments are human. We sneeze and cough and talk and snore and everything with our voices, 24 hours a day. So, it's not like just that you have a piano that somebody else tunes and you open it up and sit at it and play, or that you take your violin and tighten the strings to the proper pitches.
You love this analogy. You love talking about how the voice is the most complicated instrument because you can't just tune it and then go. You have to keep tuning it as you're doing it.
You got it.
I wonder what kind of conversation she had to have with Disney to make her own Into the Unknown cover. I love this.
It's amazing. That's a powerful song. I knew you would fall in love with this one.
You knew this song?
No, I just knew you. It's just as soon as it started, I thought that you would really
the
take
lyrics,
it.
not just.
I wish I could hear the lyrics more.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I don't exactly know what's being said except for like the story wise, the full narrative of what the songs are saying. I'm hearing because there's no captions. We have the captions on, and there's so many instruments in the space, but it sounds beautiful. The lyrics that I am picking up are wonderful. I'm more taken by the shifting in the rhythms of the song. That this song is understood. And the one comment I have about that is that's how I think stars would sound. We usually have the sound of twinkling, like ding, 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 ding. But like a softer star, when you're under a star, it's like, it sounds like a blanket. The first post-chorus part where she was on the star, then she goes long, tall, whatever.
Yes, exactly. That's the moment I thought you're gonna love this.
That blew my mind.
Yeah.
I love when artists switch it up on us. So and it fits, not just for the sake of switching it up.
Right, of course.
And this was, but it never came back. It came back at one part a little bit halfway, but that first one made the song. I think this might be, once I know what the lyrics are saying, might be my second favorite Aurora song after The Seed.
Right.
What do you think?
I really enjoyed this song. And also, I liked how she used her speaking in this song. There were moments where she was using that chest voice, but she wasn't really being exact on the pitches, or she would speak it on the pitch but then let it fade out or something, and it was more spoken than sung. And good singing is close to speech anyway, so that's important. She was talking those moments, not just singing those moments.
Also, we're 12 minutes in, and I'm wondering, is she going to sing for an hour? Is there no break? Is there no second act? Is there no, hey guys, my name's Aurora? She's like, this is the face of, I'm here for another 45 minutes.
Got it. Good.
How old was she when she did this? Like 3 years ago?
I don't think it's that old.
She's so young. When did she become popular? Oh, talking.
Hei, alle sammen.
Oh, she's so cute. Here we
Det er
go.
så rart dere er overalt. Hei.
Oh, it's a...
Håper alle føler
Ja.
seg Har alle det fint? Ok, det er veldig bra.
They didn't even respond. Okay, that's great. Are you guys okay? Okay, that's great.
There must have been more talking.
Nice nostrils. This is you on the organ.
It's a nice organ.
It looks like you a little bit. You have Scandinavian.
What?
What?
I wonder if way back when there's some Norwegian in my blood. Beautiful sound in that organ.
You said usually the sound doesn't come out from those pipes. It's usually from behind it. Those are just ornamentations.
Depends. Probably not here.
Ooh, good shot.
I'm loving this arrangement.
Walking in my sleep, like the naked trees. Will they wake up again? Do they sleep? Do they dream? Feel it as the wind strokes my skin. Are you moved by the chill? Hear the winter birds sing. My tears are always frozen. I can see the air I breathe. Though my fingers painting pictures of the glass in front of me. Lay me by the frozen river where the boats have passed me by. All I need is to remember how it was to feel alive.
The lyrics.
Silent days, violet shades, we are dancing again in a dream by the lake. My tears are always frozen. I can see the air I breathe. Though my fingers painting pictures on the glass in front of me. Lay me by the frozen river where the boats have passed me by. All I need is to remember how it was to feel alive. Pressed against my pillow like the aging winter sun. Only wake each morning to remember that you're gone. So I drift away again to winter I belong. My tears are always frozen. I can see the air I breathe. Though my fingers painting pictures on the glass in front of me. Lay me by the frozen river where the boats have passed me by. All I need is to remember how it was to feel alive. My tears are always frozen. Oh yeah. My tears are always frozen. My tears are always frozen. Needs to remember how it was to feel alive. I need to remember how it was to feel alive.
I love that she allows silence or quiet or stillness in her songs. You're tearing up. We don't really prioritize that in American music. She's kind of on the straddling not just popular music but folk music as well. So there's more of a tradition of that in folk music. Particularly, I know Irish maybe a little better. There's this Scandinavian vein that runs through all of the northern countries, which has those, you notice the little turn. That's pretty typical. You hear that in Irish songs too.
I'm tearing up because this is the first song I'm actually hearing the lyrics for. And when she started this whole Christmas concert off, she was talking about how it must be sad for some people during this time who are missing someone. And the lyrics of, I didn't get what was going on. That's what's so beautiful about how she writes. Again, I'm assuming she's writing these songs.
I think when we see her last name there underneath, I think that
it.
it's her lyrics or her music.
I didn't understand what all my tears are frozen. I can see my breath when I breathe. I thought those were like really creative lines.
Well, consider they're in Norway too.
In Norway, but it's also Christmas time.
Christmas time in Norway would be rather
so
cold.
The cathedral was probably freezing, actually. However, it wasn't until the bridge where she said, "I'm hugging my pillow alone, thinking of how you're not coming back." And I was like, that's so sad, because this is someone who is in this winter time wanting to remember what it was to be alive, to get themselves to go back to life. It sounds almost like, you know, just because it was part of the other thing that we do on my channel, which is Disney stuff, WandaVision, the sort of how her whole thing was the grief of losing everyone she loved. And
is that a spoiler alert?
No, because everyone should know.
Everyone knows.
It's just really difficult. You know, she's dealing with grief, and this is a song about grief.
Of one sort or another, you're never clear as to what it's about.
And grief in WandaVision, the line that's kind of making its rounds across the internet is, what is grief but love persevering?
Yeah,
and
that stands out.
This is what this song is encapsulating.
You know what else? What I thought you were going to say, because you said the other part of your channel, since you are a doctor.
Oh yeah.
Also.
Oh yeah.
You're a doctor. You also analyze often lyrics or characters in shows or movies.
Yeah.
I know with mental health. So I also got this sense of mental health story in the background of these lyrics.
Sure.
The lyrics I can catch. So any words on that?
Yeah, this is hard to know, because with medicine it gets to be a lot more scientific. We have all this discussion all the time, you know, science and art, you know, and music is the bridge. That's what a quote we had recently. It's hard to know, to diagnose it from a song, but this could be something like bereavement, which is normal, and per science, per medicine, bereavement is normal for 6 months after an incident happens. After that, it's a disorder. You shouldn't be bereaving that much to the point where it's impacting your life, your functioning, your social functioning, your work. For people who like still can't eat, still can't go to work, after 6 months, it's then it requires attention. I don't know when the person lost a person, or if the person's away on vacation. I don't know who she meant should be held, but it's hard to know if it's bereavement, if it's adjustment disorder to something that happened, if it's post-traumatic stress disorder. But it's all on a spectrum.
I had a friend who could not shake the loss of her parents. She lost them at separate times, but really after her mother passed, after her father passed, she just could not shake it, and I don't know if it contributed to her own illness, but she died young.
Wow.
And it was very sad. Good friend of mine.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. That's never easy. Another thing in medicine, just quickly, and it's something I'm very passionate about, you can check it out all over the channel, is child health, because I'm a huge proponent. I mean, I was this growing up, and when I entered medicine, I realized it's been proven that the things that happen to you as a child almost certainly dictate the adult you become, and it takes someone very aware, self-aware, to be able to combat the traumas and experiences of childhood, to the point of, if you're interested, you can look up adverse childhood experiences, and there's a test that you can take, a quick checklist, a quick test that you can take online, and it'll tell you how much you are at risk for adult diseases and adult disorders based on what happened to you as a child, and just things that are out of your control. Did you live in a 2-parent home? Did you live in a place where someone was actively suffering from mental illnesses? Was anyone in your close proximity using drugs? You know, things, was anyone smoking around you? Things that you're not in control of that impact your health.
That's what I remember from that test, is that everything is something external. It's not from within you. It's what external factors
did you internalize.
Did you internalize?
And that's why it takes someone self-aware to either bring it up and let it out, or not let it affect the children. Children are sponges. They're always consuming, for good and for bad. I have not heard any of these songs. Oh, this is not her. Blake Vestad. It sounded like I was out from my window watching the sun.
Walking in the air. I'm floating in the midnight sky. And the people far below, they greet us as we fly. I'm holding very tight,
Oh, nice.
so far across the midnight blue, and I'm finding I can fly so high above with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's almost an NG, right?
Yeah, it could be an but there's a little bit of nasality she's adding to it, but she never drops down. She's
Yeah,
always keeping the speech center in her sound.
But it goes from
yeah, I heard a little bit of that too, and I don't know whether that she's doing it technically or whether she wants that sound.
It's nice.
Of course, it's nice, yeah.
It's distinct.
Yeah.
Far across the world, the villages go by like trees.
She loves trees.
Mm.
The rivers and the hills, the forest and the streams.
She loves rivers too.
Well, all of nature.
Children gaze, open mouth, taken by surprise. Nobody down below believes their eyes. I'm walking in the air. I'm floating in the midnight sky. And the people far below, and they greet us as we fly. I'm holding very tight, so far across the midnight blue, and I'm finding I can fly so high above with you.
Congrats to all these musicians too.
They're very fine musicians.
Is there a break? Does she get a break? She's like, I better. I've been putting in.
I don't think it's that time for a break yet.
I've been putting in 22 minutes. I deserve a break.
I don't want a break.
This is her. I deserve a break. I don't think she wrote this song.
No. Her name did not come up except as performer of this song. I think I'm starting to understand what comes across the screen there. There are certainly not the same lyrics and everything, but it's a very airy song, walking on air. But the song has a lot of space in it, and she
Is it walking on the air or walking in the air? Walking on the air. I think it's walking on.
Is it? I think it's in. Whatever. She's not on the ground. Flying by, and people are greeting you as you're flying by. It's lovely imagery, and the nature imagery is beautiful too. What I noticed is how, again, she has that, it's not even a chest sound, but she brings that brightness into her voice, and it's all her own. It's unique to her sound, the way she opens that up and then goes into the head voice, and but it's one line. It never cracks there. There's never a break in her voice.
Right. I was surprised by that high like almost primal singing.
So much of her music is primal.
But this is not her music, and this was an airy song. So for it to still, I don't know if she added that part to the bridge of just whatever it was up there that was kind of a bit harsher, not in a bad way, but vocally more present than walking on air.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. That kind of plain sound that she gets. I have to find a better word than that.
Yeah, because it's not offensively plain. You said plain, basic, and that's not offensive.
No, it's not offensive in the least. It's just it's not meant to be a cultured sound. It's not, it's meant to be
not modified.
Not modified. It's meant to be a direct, communicative sound.
I need a break.
I don't think she needs a break.
Det er så rart å være her. Jeg har aldri opptredd I et så fint rom før. Og jeg har aldri opptredd med strykere. Jeg har opptredd en gang med Fagottkor, og det var nydelig. Men det er veldig, veldig stas for meg å være her. Jeg våknet I dag tidlig med ullgenser og ullsokker på. Og så var jeg veldig svett.
She's a comedian!
That's all she had to say.
I love her!
I woke up sweaty. Yay, Aurora!
Oh, she sweats! It's just, she knows how to ground people into the fact that she's not this greater than thou, holier than thou, pop artist. She is a normal human creator. And she chooses to share things like that. A lot of people would be, but presentation. Aurora, don't say that you sweat. Aurora. She's like, I woke up this morning late and I literally had boogers coming out of my nose and I was sweaty. And she just let it linger and she was like, yep, I have nothing else to say. I have nothing else to say to you. I'm singing with crosses all around me, people on four sides.
It's such a nice room. And I woke up sweaty.
Yeah.
Let's sing.
Also, we haven't commented about just the crosses in the space and just the space itself. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous.
And the lighting is beautiful. And it's just beautiful Gothic cathedral.
For Frozen, she also sang in a cathedral. She didn't say which one it was in the interview, but she said it's so nice to be singing here because she sings and it bounces off the cathedral walls before it enters the microphone. So I wonder if she came back to Nidarosdomen.
Jeg glemte poenget med den historien.
Title of my autobiography! I forgot what the point was. Aurora, lucky. Yes.
Okay, she wrote this.
Look at that cross. Look at that space. Wow.
When I am down,
And oh, my soul so
my hands upon this ground, and for the 1,000th time
Us. That guy.
I call him in.
Oh.
His earth is mine. Before I make the offering, remember all the faces that I've seen.
Nice.
The marks have settled on my
Inside my mind, behind my eyes, is coming down, and for the 1,000th time, I feel too numb to even try. Before I make the offering, remember all the faces that I've seen. The marks have settled on my skin from all the different places that I've been. And I feel the light for the very first time. Not anybody knows that I'm lucky to be alive. And I feel the light for the very first time. Not anybody knows that I'm lucky to be alive. I don't know where I am, where I go. Where to even begin when I know what lies behind. Makes no sense in my mind, but I know that it's time to let go. And I feel the light for the very first time. Not anybody knows that I'm lucky to be alive. And I feel the light for the very first time. Not anybody knows that I'm lucky to be alive. I'm lucky to be alive. I'm lucky to be alive.
Oh, nice. I did hear the bright sound that she's choosing to communicate towards the end here. I don't remember exactly where. I don't want to go back because I don't want to throw us off. However, I'm noticing something else that she does, and I picked it up when right before she was gonna do the bridge where she was gonna use the word where, and she goes what where. I thought she was gonna say who, and she switched it to where. Where? And then I picked up later on. I had noticed it earlier in this concert, but in this same song later on, she goes. She goes. Right before hitting like.
Yeah, well, there are those consonants that are voiced, like and w.
But she adds the M before a non-M sound, before a non-M word.
Like what?
My.
But that's my.
No, she's saying I.
My.
Yeah.
Without the glottal.
My.
She's very aware of, but though, connecting her voice, and that could be something that she uses, some sort of a technique in order to make sure that she's staying it forward in her voice. I'll listen more for that and see if that's true.
I wonder also, speaking of mental health, if this is a suicide awareness song. I'm lucky to be alive. No one else knows that I'm lucky to be alive.
I just noticed that her voice really got very strong up in her high range. Usually she sings very quietly or very wispily when she goes up high. And this time she chose to be much more full voice up in her high range. It just reminded me of how the voice responds to what you intend to say. especially when you're so involved and so in the center of a story that you're telling, as with an artist like this, when you can be that present in what you're saying, the voice just will respond. Now, she was obviously saying something very loaded in those terms, and it was a big, even sound, and it was fully accessible in her voice. She probably could sing that way all the time, but it's not the color she wants. So she sings with color. She sings color, meaning the different sounds and what they communicate.
In listening to this song, I wonder two things. One, did we hear this song in KEXP? I wonder, because Lucky sounds familiar. But two, I want to listen to so much more of her music. I want to just blast it in the car. I want to put it in my headphones. But I feel we are obliged to give everyone our first reaction to these things. So I'm hearing these songs, I would love to sit in the car and just put an Aurora playlist. But what if a new song comes on? I would have to go through and pick only the songs I've heard before, only the versions I've heard before, because everyone's listen to this version live, listen to this version live, check out this concert. So if I just indulged in Aurora on my own time,
the more reactions we do, the more we can make our own playlist.
Yes, right. Let's do all of it. Let's react to all of it.
I read somewhere she has 47 videos up.
Wow.
So maybe we can check them off the list.
And you can tell she's blowing up on TikTok because 4 days ago she reposted Runaway on YouTube, which is the one that's blowing up on TikTok.
I remember when I looked her up last year when we first were looking at her songs.
Last year, wow.
Yeah, Exist for Love was almost a year ago.
Wow. Hi everyone, happy 1 year anniversary of
1 year
knowing
anniversary
each other.
of COVID, that is.
Oh, yeah.
That song came out during that time. She had at least been singing for 6 years, or had records for 6 years prior. And what was it, when she was 18, 19 she started?
Yeah, I think she's 24 now.
24, so maybe she was 18 when she began. People will write in, I'm sure,
Yeah.
exactly what you know. And
She started.
she started when? And I love to get that information from her.
Yeah. I also wonder what it's like to be at a performance like this and see the cameraman up there, or camera operator, woman or man. Oh, run away! Okay, we're gonna save this for part 2, which will go up on one of our channels. We haven't decided which one's gonna go on whose. Yeah. But check out part 2 on the I button somewhere, and it'll be down below in the description. Thank you all so much for watching with us. This is part 1 of our Nidarosdomen concert from Aurora. Thank you to everyone who recommended it to us. Thank you for wanting to be a part of this community and for wanting to involve us.
Following us and, and sharing our thoughts. And I hope that what we have to say, enriches your experience as well.
For sure, and that you all can get to talk to each other too in the space below, and on our socials, and on Discord, which is a nice little thing. It's like a little family. So if you all would like to join, that's all down below. And as always, be safe, be strong, be swagged. God bless you, and we will see you in the next video.
Good health to you and yours. Stay safe during this time, and keep music in your hearts.
Bye!